Hey, I'm Jon Thelen, host of Lindy's Fish Head TV. You know, over the years, I spent an awful lot of days out on the ice, and that means I spent an awful lot of days staring at a sonar unit too. And I'll tell you what, nowadays, I'm looking at the very best one on the market. This is the Humminbird Helix 7 Ice Chirp unit, and you just can't beat this thing. And there's a couple of reasons, but I want to talk to you about one of them that I think is just huge. You know, in my boat in the summertime, I run the Helix 12 Chirp unit, and man, I see everything. There's no doubt in my mind, day in and day out, I see everything. Well, now I can do all the same things with a unit that's designed for ice as well with this Helix 7 Chirp unit. And here's one of the neatest things I think, is all the different screens. Now I can actually just go down here and hit my view button and race through a bunch of screens. And I want to tell you about my favorite though. My favorite screen on the ice is the one I'm using here today. On one side, I've got a flasher unit. So for you guys who have, gotten used to running traditional flasher units over the years, you've got it. But on the other side, I've got 2D, just like I have in my boat. And I'll tell you what, to me, that is such a big deal, because now what I get to do is I get to see everything in that real time on the flasher like I grew up doing and what I'm used to. But on the 2D side, I get to see the history. I get to see high riding fish that might have just been a blip for a second on the flasher side, but I see a history of them on the 2D side. And that's a big deal. Here's the other thing that's really, really neat. Even with both of these on the same screen, I can independently zoom them, and I think that's a big deal as well. So here's what I'm saying I can do. On the flasher side, if I want to zoom on a certain part of the water column, I can do that. Let's say we've got some high riding crappies, 20 to 30 feet down, over 50 feet of water. I can actually zoom right on that part of the water column, or I can do what I'm doing today. I'm just zoomed on the bottom half of the water column where we're catching fish right now. But then on the other side, you have another option as well, and it's really simple to do. All you gotta do is hit your menu key, and once you do that, it's gonna ask you which active pane you want. So you're gonna say, I want the right for my setup right now. And then it's as simple as, ooh, there a fish just nipped at me right there while I was messing around with this. But now it's as simple as this. I can actually zoom on that side as well. So I can have a 2-time zoom, I can have a 4 times, I can have a 6 times, I can have an 8 times. Here's what I'm telling you. All said and done, you can see a whisker move. I mean, I don't miss anything down there anymore, and it's because I've got the best of both worlds, and I can zoom them independently, and I think that's a really big deal. That's why I run the Helix 7. I mean, that's just one of the reasons. There's tons of reasons, but that one right there is one of the biggest. I've got the best of both worlds right here on the same screen. Don't miss a thing, man. If you don't miss a thing, you're gonna catch more fish. Humminbird says it, see fish, catch them. I'll tell you what, I firmly believe that. If you can see them, you're gonna catch them, and this unit's gonna see them for you.